Good morning, everyone. Could you please be seated? I now declare this congregation open. I preside over this ceremony as Chancellor of the University of Birmingham, an office which is held by each Lord Mayor of Birmingham, and I am delighted to have this opportunity to participate in such a wonderful celebration of our students' achievements. I now call upon the Vice-Chancellor to give the opening address.
Chancellor, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and of course our graduates. As Vice-Chancellor of Birmingham City University, I'm delighted to welcome you all to this morning's awards congregation. This is the second day of our week of many graduation ceremonies, and it's a great week for us all indeed. Welcome first and foremost to our graduating students. We're here in this fantastic setting, this wonderful hall, to celebrate your achievements. But also a special welcome goes to all of your partners, your family and your friends. Your support for our students has played a huge part in making sure that they succeed and reaching this point today. So thank you, and I hope you are all as proud as I'm sure our graduating students are today as well. And one more welcome this morning, and it's an extra special one, and that goes to Jennifer Tinsley and her family, Jennifer completed her health visiting qualification back in 1984, but she wasn't able to attend her graduation ceremony such as today due to serious family illness. Since then, Jennifer has seen many members of her family graduate from this university and indeed other universities, but Jennifer never herself had the opportunity to cross the stage and to collect her certificate in her cap and her gown. So we're delighted that today Jennifer has accepted our invitation to put that right more than 30 years later. So congratulations to Jennifer, and we'll be seeing her crossing the stage later today. Graduation has always been one of the greatest pleasures for me of university life. The formal traditions of a graduation ceremony stretch back many centuries, hence wearing the robes. But it is no empty ritual. Graduation is all about recognizing real achievement by real people, you, our students, and our staff, many of whom are on this platform today, who together have worked in a genuine learning community to advance not only your personal insight and progress, but also the knowledge and the practice available to society as a whole. Like many of you, I too joined Birmingham City University in 2012 when I was appointed as Vice-Chancellor. And together, we've seen the university grow and develop dramatically over the last few years. And perhaps the most outwardly visible symbol of this advance is the physical change to our campuses and our estates. Even as I speak, we have many of my colleagues who are working on our new flagship building, the Curzon building in Eastside in the city centre, making it ready for the new intake of students who come along in 2 or 3 weeks' time. And that building is a genuine milestone in realizing the vision of this university to be truly a city university that is located in the heart of the city. And while you've been here, we've kept up an ambitious pace of development as well. We've opened the state-of-the-art Parkside building for our media and our design programs in 2013. And just this year, we confirmed our plans to relocate the Birmingham Conservatoire into the city centre. So our splendid musicians like those you've heard this morning will have state-of-the-art facilities for the future as well. And we're also planning new student accommodation, more teaching space, new office space for our staff, all lined up for the busy couple of years ahead of us. And this year, of course, we also announced a major new investment in our City South campus, Westbourne Road, which will bring your faculty of health, education and life sciences together into a single location in a world-class facility by 2017. And this is a hugely exciting development for us, and one which reinforces our university status, both as the region's largest provider of qualified health and social care professionals to the NHS, but also training more teachers and early years workers than any other university in the West Midlands. But buildings themselves are just bricks and mortar, glass and steel. What matters most is what happens inside these buildings, and the efforts of the people who study, learn, teach, and research is what makes a difference every day. And one of the highlights for me over the past year was working in partnership with our Students' Union on the Extra Mile Awards, which were about recognising staff and students who have made a significant difference in going that extra mile. And what is special about these awards is that it's students who identify and nominate our staff and our student reps, who they think have made significant contributions to their teaching, academic support, student voice, and so on. And this year, we received over 900 nominations of staff and student reps who you believe went that extra mile. You'll be able to read all about it in your graduation ceremony brochure that you all should have today. But I'd like to pick out 1 or 2 recipients of those awards from your faculty. Anne Kubin, Programme Director of Community Health Nursing, won the university's Engaging and Inspiring Teacher of the Year for her fantastic efforts on her programme. Edward Freshwater, BSc Honours in Nursing, was highly commended in the Student Academic Leader of the Year award. And Sophie Chapman, BA Honours in Primary Education, took both the Student in the Community Award and the annual Vice Chancellors and Student Union President's Student of the Year Award. So well done to all of them making a significant difference during the period over the last year or so. I'd also like to say a few words now about another way our university has been making a difference. Back in December, the university, along with every other university in the country, was assessed for the quality of its research. This assessment is called the Research Excellence Framework, and this time it recognised 11 of our subjects in this university as having international significance. Twice as many of our academic staff are now producing internationally recognised research compared to the previous assessment in 2008. But what excites me most of all is that the latest results also judged 90% of our research is delivering outstanding or very considerable impact externally. Impact, that's so important. It's the point of everything that we do here. We're driven, of course, to pursue new knowledge, not only because of its intrinsic value, but because we want that knowledge to actually change the way that people do things. All of our research here at Birmingham City University is applied in form and is designed about having real impact, applied to the needs of society, the needs of people, the needs of industry, the needs of professional practice and organisations. So it actually does apply an impact on day-to-day living. And this faculty has been very much at the forefront of that. 100% of our research submitted in the category covering allied health professions was judged to have very considerable or outstanding impact, and more than half was recognised as internationally excellent or world-leading. That's a terrific success story. A stunning and well-deserved result for an area of research that we haven't submitted before. Our mental health research has challenged prevailing beliefs and practices and has led directly to changes in service delivery and design across the world. The work of the Pain Research Group has furthered our understanding and management of chronic pain, leading to significant improvements in patient outcomes and patient satisfaction. In education, 90% of our research was judged to be internationally recognised or better, confirming that we truly are a leading centre thinking about teaching and learning at a global level. For example, the Centre of Research and Education researches all aspects of teaching and learning across all contexts, from young children in schools through colleges into universities and lifelong learning. And that centre has helped us not only to get a better understanding of teaching and learning, but to improve it. And they've now been recognised nationally and internationally for doing that. Our pursuit of real-world impact is also the foundation of our curriculum. Every course we offer is focused on practice and on impact. And we're very proud of our applied and practice-led form of higher education here at BCU. We believe it's relevant to your needs as students and graduates, but also the needs of employers and society. We believe this practice form of higher education is what sets us apart from other universities, and indeed what I hope will set you apart as graduates. It's been our aim since the day that you arrived to give you specialist skills and knowledge valued by your particular professions, so it is directly relevant to the professions in which you enter. And the skills that you have developed over the last 3 or 4 years have once again led to some outstanding personal and team achievement, which I'd like to touch on now. For example, Deborah Cooper, graduating from BSc Nursing, was named the Cavell Nurses Trust Outstanding Student Nurse of the Year for the UK. And this is the 3rd time in 4 years that the award has gone to a BCU student. This year too, Rebecca Kidman, BSc Honours in Mental Health Nursing, has been appointed as one of the editors of the Student Nursing Times. Graduate Melanie Manze was awarded UK Radiographer of the Year in December. And in May this year, our student Laura Fitzgerald was named the Nursing Times Student Nurse of the Year for Mental Health. In education, Paul Harris won the Head Teacher of the Year award in the Times Education Supplement Schools Award back in June. And one of our more recent graduates, Sean Boyd, was named the Regional Outstanding New Teacher of the Year in the Pearson Teaching Awards in July. These are just some highlights of some of the great success some of our students and graduates have achieved from your faculty. Graduates, today is very much your day. It's a day to reflect on your time as a student, your experiences both in your studies, in your personal life, as it's grown over the last few years. It's also a day to really and truly celebrate the things that you've learned and the friendships that you've made. I'm sure many of those friendships will be lifelong. Certainly many of my friends I made during university are still my friends today. And it's also a day to feel proud of yourselves for what you have achieved. You've achieved a great thing in graduating today. But it's also a day to look forward. Today is not just the end of your studies, but it's the beginning of the next chapter of your lives. And of course, this new chapter will bring many new challenges. You've chosen to train in some of the most closely scrutinized professions in the country: healthcare, social work, education, childcare. These are always to be found at the heart of political and public debate. Your professional lives will often require huge personal commitment, often in the face of public indifference or misunderstanding. And I commend all of you who are choosing careers whose rewards are to be found in making the difference that you will make, rather than making necessarily riches and recognition. But I'm sure many of you will go on to be recognized for the professional practice that you do. And of course, we have worked hard together over the last few years to make you as ready as possible to meet these challenges that you'll face, and equipped with the skills to navigate in what is increasingly a fast-changing world. We believe in you. We believe you now have the knowledge and the skills to meet those challenges. But we're also here for you if you need help. And I know that many of you have already secured your first step in your particular career ladder since you completed your studies. 90% of our graduates now are in work or further study within 6 months of completing their studies. But if you do need help now, or indeed in the future, remember that as a Birmingham City University graduate, you can still use our support. You can still draw on our career services or our employment advisors. You will always be part of our community drawing on those services. And today, of course, you become part of an outstanding alumni body that goes on to make real differences in over 100 countries around the world. And you'll be part of that family as you go on to make your part in our story. And we want to hear what you go on to do next, what your experiences are. So please keep in touch with us. You'll automatically become a member of the Alumni Association. Your membership is free. So you must visit the website to make sure that your personal details are up to date. So we can keep in touch with you, and you can keep in touch with your friends, your colleagues, and see how they develop in the coming years. Graduates, I offer each and every one of you my warmest congratulations today, and I hope you enjoy this great day of celebration and this ceremony on what is truly a special day. When you come to collect your certificate as you cross the stage, you may not know this yet, but our motto appears in the coat of arms on the top of that certificate, and the motto is Age quod agis, which literally translates is do what you're doing. In other words, whatever you go out to do it with focus, with passion, and do it to the best of your abilities. We capture perhaps the true meaning of that motto by saying do and be the best. So as you move on to the next stage of your lives, as you literally cross this stage, do and be the best. Congratulations, very well done. I now call upon the Executive Dean of the Faculty of Health and Life Sciences, Professor Ian Blair, to commence the presentation of award holders and the Chancellor to receive our students.
Chancellor, as Executive Dean, I present students from the Faculty of Health, Education and Life Sciences who have qualified for the award of degrees, diplomas and certificates. I commence by presenting candidates for the award of research degree. For the award of Doctor of Philosophy for a thesis entitled Through a Glass Darkly, a post-qualitative case study into lecturers' perceptions of academic writing practices in higher education, I present Dr. Amanda French. For the award of Doctor of Philosophy for a thesis entitled A Multimodal Measurement Approach Using Narratives and Eye Tracking to Investigate Visual Behaviour in Perceiving Naturalistic and Urban Environments, I present Dr. Kizar Zaman Chowdhury. I invite Chris Inman to the lectern to present award holders from the School of Allied and Public Health Professions postgraduate programmes.
Masters of Science in Advanced Practice Nursing. With distinction, Louise Dawn Beasley. With distinction, Sonia Elizabeth Cole. Jo Ann Deemers. Lindsay Paula Eskin Round. With distinction, Emma Claire Gold. Hannah Mary Hadley. With distinction, Joanna Hood. Marina Lauren Redford. Masters of Science in Health and Social Care. Griffin Ganga. Heidi Twilley. With distinction, Joanna Lynn Whitehouse. Master of Science in Public Health. Primrose Kangware. Saruj Adiboyd Lamidi. Claudia Hyacinth Lowers-Brown. Jana Gay Malanga. Irene Majuru. Postgraduate Diploma in Medical Ultrasound. Leanna Nichols. Sorry? Postgraduate Diploma in... Sorry, before... Marion Cohen. Postgraduate Diploma in Specialist Community Public Health Nursing, Health Visiting. Shahela Parveen. With distinction, Helen Elizabeth Rees. With distinction, Imogen Ryder. Lilith Grace Sterling. Postgraduate Certificate in Health and Social Care, Gaynor Louise Smith. Postgraduate Certificate in Radiography, Computer Tomography, Claire Brown. Julia Ann Butler. David Mutina. Alison Jane Williams. Bachelor of Science with Honours in Diagnostic Radiography, Chelsea Abbott. This concludes the presentation of postgraduate awards from the School of Allied and Public Health Professions.
I invite you all to the lectern to present award holders from the School of Allied and Public Health Professions undergraduate programmes.
BSc Diagnostic Radiography, Mashal Abdo. Lydia Shine Abraham. Boaz Nana Ye Ajay. Lina Al-Katani. Rifa Amjad. Richard Lewis Attenborough. Rachel Leanne Barber. Daniel Bahane. Jack Calvert. Adam Edward Cameron. Jade Christina Cathcart. With first class honours, Olivia Suzanne Clark-Smith. With first class honours, Lauren Dadley. Richard Davis. Gavin Lee Early. With first class honours, Eva Alice Edmonds. With first class honours, Sophie Victoria Ellis. With first class honours, Courtney Elston. Zahra Essa. Amelia Fitzpatrick. Jessica Foley. Travis Francis. Joshua Gain. With first class honours, Suna Jane Gibbs. Melissa Louise Gilby. With first class honours, Leah Marie Grubb. Adam Hanna. With first class honours, Badumo Mohammed Hassan. Kira Hurahain. Keelan Marie Hughes. Milo Edmund Hughes. With first class honours, Laura Francis Huxtable. Omar Ishtak. Iram Itav Ijaz Janjua. Almas Javid. Cara Jones. Nicola Amanda Key. With first class honours, Emily Kenny. Laura Lewis. Hafsa Mahfouz. Adiba Mahmood. Lucy Ann Martin. With first class honours, Niall Paul McBay. Liam McCormick. With first class honours, Clara MacDonald. Anna Melikian. Torkmore Tender Majumo. Aoife Murphy. Michelle Murphy. Zoe Christina Newbold. Arif Patel. Meera Patel. Bethany Louise Pollard. With first class honours, Michael Darren Poole. John Redden. Jessica Louise Roberts. Emily Seaborn. Amy Caroline Stevens. Jane Marie Stubbs. With first class honours, Selena Marie Taylor. With first class honours, Mandeep Singh Pandey. Michael Lawrence Walsh. Abby Whittle. Jessica Amy Wyers. Amy Louise Wilkins. Ray Arthur Wingrove. Jessica Wise. With first class honours, Hannah Naomi Woods. Lee William Woolridge. Bachelor of Science in Studies in Healthcare, Hassan Sheikh Mohammed. Bachelor of Science with Honours in Radiotherapy, Wasim Ajab. Scarlett Ophelia Armstrong Rand. With first class honours, Hannah Brazier. Francesca Eden. Kirsty Diane Elkin. With first class honours, Rhiannon Fenton May. David John Homer. With first class honours, Deborah Ilana Howard. Seika Hussain. With first class honours, Katie Louise Ilstone. With first class honours, Poonam Arvind Loy. Priyesh Mistry. Tanashi Nyamande. Laura Maria O'Brien. Adila Parveen. Punya Santish. With first class honours, Laura Alex Olivia Skilbeck. Mohammed Yusuf Zaman. With first class honours, Andrei Zylov. Bachelor of Science with honours in Specialist Community Public Health Nursing, Health Visiting. Holly Claire Astley. Catherine Frances Hallahan. Kate Hope. Sharon Annette Jeffries Lloyd. Gladys Sandra Consinganetti. Tracy Mackenzie. Chanel Melbourne. Bulbenkosi Nkube. With first class honours, Claire Michelle Reeves. Caroline Ann Russell. Julie Tsang. Bachelor of Science in Studies in Community Health, Jacqueline McDade. Diploma of Higher Education in Operating Department Practice, Lee J. Bailey. Emily Rose Evans. Danica Francis. Claire Stevens. Andreas Bryan. Diploma of Higher Education in Paramedic Science, David Swain. Foundation degree in Sciences in Rehabilitation Work, Visual Impairment, Katie Melissa Owen. With distinction, Lindsay Marie Deere. With distinction, Sharon Packer. Carol Yvonne White. And finally, 31 years after completing her course, I present for the award of Certificate in Health Visiting, Jennifer Margaret Tinsley. This concludes the presentation of undergraduate awards from the School of Allied and Public Health Professions.
And this completes the presentation of awards to students from the School of Allied and Public Health Professions.
We are this morning absolutely delighted to be conferring the award of Doctor of the University upon Mr. Javed Khan. I now call upon the University Orator to give the citation.
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, distinguished guests, colleagues, graduands. Today we confer the degree of Honorary Doctor of Birmingham City University, honoris causa, on Javed Khan. Ladies and gentlemen, we're here to celebrate the achievements of hundreds of graduates who years ago made an important decision, a decision to plan for a life of public service, whether through care of the mind or the body, whether nurturing future lives or, in some cases, easing their passing. They didn't have great riches in mind necessarily, or personal glory of the obvious kind. It was an impulse, however vaguely defined, to help people that brought them to where they sit today. So how fitting it is then that our guest of honour today should be someone whose entire career has been a response to that same impulse. He's worked in education, he's worked with victims of crime, he knows what it means to be at the bottom of the pile and yearning, hope against hope, to climb upwards. Now he runs one of the country's leading children's charities, Barnardo's. He is Javed Khan. Javed's mum and dad arrived in Birmingham with high hopes, not a lot of money, not a word of English, and apparently unable to read and write. Javed went to school in Spark Hill, where he was taught maths by our own esteemed former colleague Tony Coles, whom we're delighted to welcome back from retirement today. Take a bow, Tony. Tony's teaching worked wonders, as it often has since. Javed went on to take a degree in maths and then trained as a teacher. His drive to succeed meant he rose quickly through the ranks of the profession, becoming a head of maths, then assistant principal, and then director of development in the FE sector. It was a natural move for him, young and energetic, to take on a still more demanding role, becoming assistant director for education in this city under the leadership of Tim Brighouse. With that, he took on responsibility for no fewer than 3,000 staff and led his department to unprecedentedly favourable Ofsted ratings. This success took him on to other pastures, to Harrow Council as Director of Education, where he achieved spectacular results in reducing exclusions, allowing more young people access to sixth form opportunity, and leading Harrow to be recognised as one of the top performing education authorities in the country. But while any education system is a critical part of society, it cannot alone solve society's problems. There is always a world elsewhere. So in 2007, Javed Khan began to explore that world in his role as Harrow's Director of Community and Cultural Services, subsequently becoming Director of London's Board for Serious Youth Violence, where he strove to address the major challenges presented by the disaffected and the dangerous. It seems typical of his humane capacity for seeing the other side of the coin that he went on to run Victim Support, a charity devoted to managing the psychological wounds of over 1 million crime victims and witnesses every year. A major leadership job was required to coordinate hundreds of sites, raise the organisation's profile and develop new business opportunities. And his work was recognised with nominations for numerous awards, including Charity of the Year and the Queen's Jubilee Award. Now, Javed Khan runs Barnardo's, an historic organisation that brings together so many strands of his great life's work: support for young people who have been sexually exploited, help for those outside the care system, foster parents for those in care, intervention for children with parents in prison. Without Barnardo's, the lives of more than 200,000 children every year would be in severe peril of sliding into despair and ruin. And you can pay Javed Khan no greater tribute than to say that he fills with pride, confidence, and immaculate capability the mighty shoes of Dr. Thomas Barnardo, who set up his first children's home nearly 150 years ago. In short, it's impossible not to feel moved by this story of a family who came to Birmingham with so little and ended up nurturing the life of a man who has given so much back, not for personal gain, but for the sake of the people who need him. To anyone, like our graduates today, starting out on their careers, he is a truly inspiring example of what it means to be, in the very richest sense of the term, a public servant. So, Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, distinguished guests, colleagues, graduands, it gives me great pleasure to invite the Vice-Chancellor to confer the degree of Honorary Doctor of Birmingham City University, honoris causa, on Javed Khan.
As Vice-Chancellor of the University, I exercise the authority of the Academic Board and confer the award of Doctor of the University, honoris causa, on Mr. Javed Khan. And I now invite you, Chancellor, to present the degree parchment and the commemorative medal. Well, that completes the conferment of the award of Doctor of the University honoris causa, and I'm delighted that Mr. Khan will be addressing this congregation later in the proceedings. But now I ask Professor Ian Blair to return to continue with the presentation of award holders and the Chancellor to receive our students.
I now invite Professor Kevin Mattinson to the lectern to present award holders from the School of Education.
Master of Arts in Education, Samantha Jean Abraham. Jane Elizabeth Danielle. Elizabeth Ann Drew. Jonathan Mark Gadd. Serena Rose Gordon. Nicole Alicia Elizabeth Green. Lynn Horsfield. Nicola Therese Meredith. Michelle Moran. With distinction, Gary Charles Pikett. Stephanie Reynolds. Marcia Lydia Shakespeare. Makan Raj Sharma. With distinction, Christopher Daniel Wilson. Postgraduate Certificate in Education, Amrita Paul. Master of Arts in Education, Early Years, Kim Barker. Marie Townrow. Postgraduate Certificate in Education, Early Years, Rebecca Barbara Morley. Master of Arts in International Education, Manisha Kumari Prakash. Master of Education in Learning and Teaching in Higher Education, Sukev Singh Desi. Catherine Ann Hewitt. Arlene Denise Monroe. Roshni Paul. With distinction, Tracy Jane Perks. With distinction, Sarah Jane Thorpe Redfern. Helen Mary Reba. Masters in Educational Leadership, Jane Marie Taylor. Postgraduate Certificate in Learning and Teaching in Higher Education, Alison Pemberton. Postgraduate Certificate in Education in Primary with Qualified Teacher Status, Mavish Khan. Postgraduate Certificate in Education in Primary and Early Years with Qualified Teacher Status, Ian Mark Joins. Shazia Wazim. Professional Graduate Certificate in Education in Primary and Early Years with Qualified Teacher Status, Leanne Karen Jameson. Bachelor of Arts with Honours in Children and Integrated Professional Care with First Class Honours, Humaira Ahmed. Tamina Aslam. With First Class Honours, Caris Hannah Beckett. Rihanna Ashley Campbell. Lisa Parveen Chowdhury. With First Class Honours, Shana Jade Ayub Deards. Harriet Fullagar Brach. Adam Paul Gailey. With First Class Honours, Charlotte Madison Grease. Shanice Kumari Heer. Hayley Elizabeth Hill-Parsons. David Philip Hillier. Rubawati Kathirama. With First Class Honours, Hannah King. Narika Mehta. Lauren Angela Palmer. Bethany Rayner. Aisha Shaikh. With First Class Honours, Sarah Louise Shanahan. Hasina Jade Safia Smith. Miriam Tariq. Ashley Dawn Walker. Bachelor of Arts with Honours in Early Childhood Education Studies, Alia Abid. With First Class Honours, Samoda Adhikari. Shamila Akhtar. Mira Baga. Anissa Bano. With First Class Honours, Aisha Begum. Roshanara Begum. Salma Begum. Tamina Begum. Karishma Bala. Samina B. Shireen B. Omari Bibi. Irene Boema Konto. With First Class Honours, Hannah Bond. Francesca Elizabeth Brooks. Victoria Lily Burgess. Danielle Rebecca Kauser. Chi Ching Chan. Raisa Alphon Choan. Becky Crawshaw. Rupinder Kaur Cadwell. Amrit Kaur Devgun. Anisha Dadwal. Tina Dalival. Hayley Evans. Safia Mohammed Farah. Danielle Frecknell. With First Class Honours, Lauren Victoria Gibbons. Emily Eliza Green. Rachel Green. Matinta Harhoff. With first class honours, Sophie Jane Hall. Bethany Alice Hanscombe. Joshua Jonathan Hobbs. Jodie Ann Honig. Lucy Michaela Hunt. Misbah Jabin. Hannah Marie Jones. Stacey Jones. Harmi Nita Kaur. With first class honours, Kirandeep Kaur. Charlotte Frances Kenrick. Hania Khan. Sophia Akhtar Khan. Charlotte Aileen Emily Lane. Jessica Mackenzie. Safura Mahate. Joeria Kershid Malik. Arusa Nazir Malik. Sarah Olivia Mannion. Danielle Mason. With first class honours, Georgia Bridget McCulloch. Lauren Louise Miller. Komal Kaur Mudan. With first class honours, Jodie Elaine Christine Nash. With first class honours, Asli Abidaram Naji Noor. Lucy Ann O'Donnell. Hannah O'Keefe. Hannah Elizabeth Owens. Meera Patel. With first class honours, Adriana Futio. Chloe Samantha Flavel Hual. Samina Rafiq. Jaskirt Kaur Randwana. Jasmina Raymond. Henna Ruksar. With first class honours, Luke William Russell. Nabila Nazir Sattar. Anisa Shaban. Amna Shaheen. Yasmin Suleiman. Laura May Turley. With first class honours, Mary Lauren Turner. Laura Ann Mary Ward. Holly Louise Wishart. Amy Louise Young. Zana Zabiar. Bachelor of Arts with honours in primary education with qualified teacher status, Samira Begum. Danielle Teresa Linda Nock. With first class honours, Shamila Shakil. Bachelor of Arts with honours in primary education, Seema Akhtar Gul. Dada Salem Mohammed Masood. And this concludes the presentation of awards from the School of Education.
This completes the presentation of graduates from the Faculty of Health, Education and Life Sciences. I now invite our Honorary Award recipient, Javed Khan, to address the congregation.
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I feel most privileged and extremely humbled to be receiving an honorary doctorate today, and for this recognition to be bestowed upon me by Birmingham City University in the city of my childhood dreams is truly a great honor. Soon after I was offered the honorary doctorate, the first question the university asked me was how big my head was. Now, I'm not sure if it was to make sure that this splendid academic cap fits, or did they just want to know by how much my head had already grown. This great city of Birmingham holds my earliest memories and much of what has defined me ever since. From growing up in the back streets of Sparkbrook through to all of my schooling and then 2/3 of my working life, it is to Birmingham that I immediately return when I think of home. Birmingham is also where I met my wife, got married, had our 4 wonderful children. It's probably also true I'm related in one way or another to most of the Mirpuri Muslim communities of Alum Rock, Aston and Small Heath. And this particular auditorium, Chancellor, also holds great memories for me too, the highlight of which was once when I sat here mesmerized in the audience by a Qawwali performance by the late Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan. When my parents, to whom I owe everything, followed their remarkable pioneering spirit and emigrated from the plains of Kashmir in the late 1950s, they couldn't have predicted what life in the UK would mean for them or their children. Neither my mother, who I'm delighted to say is here today, nor my late father had been blessed with the magical wand of an education in any language, and so they lived a life of blissful ignorance of the schooling that their children were going through. However, they made sure that our relatively simple and thankfully unmaterialistic childhood was showered with love, care, and attention in every other way. And during those early years in Sparkbrook, I recall stumbling through most of my school days, never quite being good enough at anything. But that seemed to change when I had the great fortune of being taught mathematics over 5 years by a truly great teacher. This man took me under his watchful eye, nurtured in me a confidence in a subject for which he clearly had great passion, and inspired me to go on not to only study mathematics, but later to teach it too. I couldn't ever understand why he cared so much about this insignificant and unremarkable pupil of his. That great man and my favorite teacher is Dr. Tony Coles, and I'm delighted to say that he is on the stage with us today. Birmingham City University as an institution is part of the fabric of Birmingham, the learning city. Whilst I was working at the old East Birmingham College, I recall many a project that was run in partnership with the then University of Central England. And the university is significant to me in many other ways too. My wife graduated from here. She also completed her postgraduate certificate in education at the university. Both of my sisters have graduated from here. And indeed, many of my members of my large extended family have been students at the university, and some still are. Now, I share this day with 300 graduates, men and women from all walks of life who have spent several hard years studying and researching and adding to our knowledge. This is your day too, and I congratulate you on your splendid achievement. You've really earned it. And I know some of you will be like me, the first in your family to have gone to university. But whatever your circumstances, make no mistake, this really is just the beginning. 31 years ago, when I received my first degree, I never dreamt I'd be standing here robed in this way before you. So just imagine where you might be in the years ahead. The old cliche of the sky's the limit, I believe, is the only way for you to think. So now you've got that cherished qualification on your CV. Prepare yourself for a world where the only constant will be that in order to thrive, you will need to continue learning and relearning. I believe the best way to prepare for a world of unprecedented change is to repeatedly invest in your learning. At the moment, that probably sounds a little odd to you. You've done the hard graft, you've got the qualification, your CV is ready, the job is probably already in the bag for some of you. So what's this old fogey talking about, I hear you ask? Someone once wrote, in a world of change, it is the learners who will inherit the earth, whilst the learned will remain beautifully equipped to live in a world which no longer exists. I ask you to guard against becoming learned. This might sound easy, but you'd be surprised once you start work and join the elite world of expertise, how quickly and easily you stop being a learner and become learned. I ask you not to let that happen. My work at Barnardo's relates very well to this too, the need to continuously think and rethink the work that we're doing for the most vulnerable children across this country, because their needs are changing and our responses need to too. Barnardo's has a very simple motto: we believe in children. Our work with children in care, those with disabilities, children suffering violence and exploitation in all its grotesque forms, and much more, reminds me of much of what I learned in 1970s Birmingham, especially the value of a loving family being around a child to support, nurture, and protect them. Alas, many children in modern-day Britain don't have that basic support in place, where no one really believes in them. As you climb the ladder in your chosen professions, and climb it you will, I ask you to remember your personal journey and hold on tight to the lessons you've learned, and do what you can too for those in society that are less fortunate. Go on to great success because you can and you will, but along the way develop a compassion for the less fortunate in society, because they will need you more than you might know. Chancellor, receiving this honour today is, I believe, not just recognition of some contribution that I may have made over the years, but it also honours and raises the profile of the profession that I am in, the work that I now do, and the difference that we are making at Barnardo's. With these thoughts in mind, I accept this honorary directorate with deep humility, gratefulness, and pride. And most importantly, I accept it in memory of my father, who did not live long enough to see the fruits of his labour. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Khan. Fantastic words and a wonderful story as well, which I hope many of you will go on to emulate. One of Birmingham's sons, first member of his family into higher education, and his story demonstrates what you can achieve. As he says, the sky's the limit, but also heed his advice about becoming a lifelong learner and how you can seize the opportunities as a result of that. We're very proud, Dr. Khan, to have you now part of the BCU community. Amongst many other members of your family, you can now join them and being part of our university, and we're privileged to have you as a member of our community. Thank you. It was great seeing so many of you looking smart and proud and confident as you crossed the stage this morning. I'm certainly proud of you. And I'm sure many of you will go on to do great things. If I can say so as well, it was terrific to see a number of my own colleagues crossing the stage with PhDs and also some postgraduate qualifications in teaching and learning. It again demonstrates even those in a higher education keep on learning and keep on looking for stronger qualifications. I now would like to invite Michael Poole, who graduated from our BS Honours Degree Diagnostic Radiography programme this morning, to come and join us on the stage and to address you, our congregation. Michael.
Hello, my name's Mike Poole and I'm a graduate from the BSc Honours Diagnostic Radiography programme. There are a whole host of people I would like to thank on behalf of the graduates and guests here today. I would like to start by thanking our Chancellor. Thank you for taking time out of your demanding schedule to attend our ceremony today. We are grateful for the interest you have shown in our achievements and for helping to make this a truly memorable occasion for all of us. I would like to thank our Honorary Doctorate recipient, Javed Khan, for sharing some of his thoughts and experiences with us. I'm sure they have given us some food for thought as we take the steps in our respective careers. Our talented musicians from Birmingham Conservatoire, directed by Professor Chris Holding, have helped create a wonderful atmosphere for our special day. Please join me in giving them a warm round of applause. During our studies, we've been helped along the way by a huge number of academic and support staff. Our sincere thanks go to you all for all your guidance, expertise and enthusiasm. We must also recognise the encouragement and support that our families and friends have given us all in our student journey. So in a moment, I'll ask you all to stand, turn around and join me in giving them a well-deserved round of applause. So if everyone would like to stand. Graduation is a celebration of our achievement and marks the beginning of an amazing journey. As we leave Birmingham City University and begin the next phase of our lives, I hope that we all take away not just academic excellence and real-world skills, but also many treasured memories, experiences and friendships. I send my warmest congratulations to everyone here and wish you all every success in your future career. I should now like to invite the Chancellor to close the ceremony. Thank you.
You came into the university as students. Congratulations. Today you leave as graduates. You're about to enter a changing world, most probably a far faster changing world that I've ever seen. A mobile phone was unique just 25 years ago. You will see changes that I couldn't even dream about and enjoy those changes, but you will have to be part of those changes because that's why we've been educating you from the day you were born to be part of that change. Because there are going to be massive changes, but thankfully, we've now equipped you for those changes. So be part of them and take them on hand, because they will be for the benefit of society. Students, all the best for the future. Or I should say graduates, all the best for the future. I now declare this congregation closed. I would be grateful if you could stand while the stage procession now leaves the hall. Thank you very much.